Freddie Prinze Jr. is a scumbag.
He's a Black Jedi.
Hello everyone, my name is ABJ, also known as A Black Jedi. Here on my channel, I talk about Star Wars news, rumors, drama, all that good stuff. If you're into that, go ahead and hit the subscribe button right now with post notifications on. That way you don't miss any videos. All right, bring it in everyone. All right, slow down, you're getting too close. Back up on them, back up on them. Shake my hand, I appreciate you for checking out today's video. I love you, baby. That's right, I appreciate you, and I appreciate you over there. Even you in the back with the weird haircut. But you know who I don't appreciate? Freddie Prinze Jr. This guy, oh boy. This guy has attacked Gina Carano on Twitter. He's also attacked Star Wars fans on Twitter. We're gonna talk about it right now. I just think this needs to be addressed. One, because I feel like some people may not know what's going on with Freddie Prinze Jr. And also needs to be brought to the light because how does Lucasfilm allow their employees to act like this? But look, before we talk about that, I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who's been subscribing to the channel. We're almost at 11,000 subscribers. Oh my God. And also thank you for everyone who's been hitting up the merch store. Today is your last day to get 20% off on your order by using code ABJ20 at checkout. After today, you will no longer be able to do that. But if you want to look fresh and if you love Star Wars, go over there and check out some of the merch. Let me say before we get into the meat of this video will contain some spoilers for the Bad Batch episode 1. Just very small spoilers though. And let me just say about the Bad Batch episode 1, I very much enjoyed that episode. I thought it was so well done. I'm looking forward to what's coming next. I'm doing a watch party tonight for episode 2, which will be live tonight. I feel like a lot of people don't know that the second episode will be live so soon. The watch party will start at 2 a.m. Eastern, so I hope you guys come through and we'll watch the episode together and just have a lot of fun. Now, if you don't know who Freddie Prinze Jr. is, he was an actor that was pretty big in the 90s and also in the early 2000s. Star Wars fans know him for playing Kanan Jarrus in Star Wars Rebels, and Kanan is actually one of my favorite characters. I really connected with Kanan, and I just enjoyed his character. That's why seeing these horrible actions from the person who's the voice actor behind Kanan is just so disturbing. It's annoying to have this character that you really like and really connected with, and then to kind of just have them ruined for you. Because he's now attacking fans of the Bad Batch on Twitter. And interesting enough, this is not the first time he has attacked Star Wars fans. He's also attacked them in the past, I believe about a year ago, maybe in 2019. Going off on long rants, cussing at them and telling them they don't understand Star Wars and yeah, just being a total moron. Now, I don't have the receipts or the images for this, but Freddie also attacked Gina Carano when she was fired. He tweeted out a gif of a woman getting slapped. He doesn't deny that this was to Gina Carano. He's very open on Twitter of how he doesn't like Gina. So just kind of giving you a picture of how big of a scumbag this guy really is. Now, the reason why Freddie is relevant again is because his character showed up in the first episode of The Bad Batch as Caleb Dune, who would later go on to become Kanan Jarrus. Got to see him here as a Padawan during Order 66, which I thought was just really cool. But a lot of fans didn't like the fact that Freddie Prinze Jr. voiced him just because, like, he's a Padawan, he's a kid at this time, and Freddie sounds like a grown man. And I can't lie, yeah, it was kind of weird. It kind of threw me for a loop, kind of took me out of it a little bit. And that's exactly what a fan said to Freddie on Twitter. He said, "Your voice took me out of the Bad Batch. Great scene, terrible voiceover. I don't know why Star Wars still uses you. Hashtag Revenge of the Fifth." Now, let me say this before we dive into the tweets. I don't agree with how this fan spoke to Freddie. I don't think this was appropriate or needed. Freddie is a scumbag, and yeah, it's true that his voice was weird in this episode, but you just don't have to be rude. You know, you don't have to be rude when you're talking to people on Twitter. It's just not needed. But then Freddie responds saying, "Because I'm dang good, now you know." So yeah, I can't blame him for being rude back to a person that was rude to him. But at the same time, you're hired by Lucasfilm. You're supposed to be a professional. You're supposed to represent their company. But it gets worse because Freddie goes on. He replied to someone else in the thread saying, "Clowns don't attack people, they're clowns. They make me laugh. He's a good little boy." Just the little boy part kind of threw me off. Kind of weird. Then the guy who sent the original tweet goes on to say, Kanan shouldn't sound like a 35-year-old at 13 years old. It's the biggest flaw of the series so far. You did a great job in Rebels. Why didn't you try to sound younger in Bad Batch or edit your voice? That completely ruined the intro and it's laughable to watch. This fan is just looking for attention at this point. Kind of like how Freddy's doing. Why would you go on social media and be rude to customers, be rude to fans? It just doesn't sit right with me or a lot of people in the community. Once again, we see a good example of him not being wrong, but being really wrong in the way he's delivering his tweet. So this guy on Twitter needs to calm down. Him and Freddy both need to calm down, but yeah, it will continue to escalate from here. Freddy responds to him and says some things that I cannot repeat on YouTube. I will have the tweet up here on screen for you, but if I say any of these things, my channel will definitely get demonetized. And I'm not going to get into it, but like in these tweets, there's other fans coming to the aid of this guy. And also they're talking about Gina Carano because, as I mentioned, Freddy does not like Gina because he is a scumbag. And Freddy says some very rude things to all the people in the thread. Last thing I do want to show you, though, is what Freddy says on his timeline, and this is what he's saying to really all Star Wars fans. A psychiatrist specializing in Star Wars-itis will make a small fortune for all you aspiring, incredibly patient, massively tolerant future psychiatrists out there. I do think that some fans take things way too far, and they're just rude for no reason, like this guy was when talking to Freddy. But this is such disgusting behavior from Freddie Prinze Jr. because here you are employed by Lucasfilm to voice this amazing character that so many fans love. He's not the only person, the only celebrity that ever gets hate. I might use celebrity loosely because does anyone even talk about Freddy anymore? Except when he does something like this, of course, then people talk about him. Maybe that's why he's doing it. But as an employee of Lucasfilm, Freddy, you should be held accountable for speaking to fans and speaking to customers in such a way. Dude, if I worked at like some grocery store and I spoke to a person in a checkout lane like this, I'd be fired immediately. Here you are employed by Lucasfilm or employed by Disney, really, and you are speaking to fans in a way where I'm pretty sure Disney would not approve of. Even though apparently they do approve of it because they don't do anything about it. Thinking about Gina Carano, who is called a bigot, who is called all these terrible things, who is made out to be this terrible person who's just rude and hates everyone, who is really the exact opposite of all of that. They fired her, but somehow you still have a job. It's really amazing to me, Freddy. I hope you feel like a big man when you insult people over the internet. I hope you feel like a big man when you tweet out a gif of a woman getting slapped after Gina Carano got fired, when I know you would never say anything bad to her face. You know why, Freddy? Because she's an ex-MMA fighter, and yeah, I don't think that's a problem you want to have. The only fight you ever like you've been in is the fight to stay relevant. Anyway, guys, I want to know what you thought about these tweets, what you thought about this news. It's not really news that Freddie Prinze Jr. is a scumbag. I feel like we all kind of knew that. I call attention to this because it's just disgusting behavior on his part to attack fans of the Bad Batch, to attack fans of Star Wars. And Lucasfilm and Disney not doing anything about it. Like I always say, I hope you're having a good day no matter where you are in the galaxy. And until next time, may the Force be with us all.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
If you find the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah. I surround my soul with the positivity. That's why I don't worry.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams.